to your daily Tarotscope. I'm looking at TikTok and YouTube. So when you see me looking back and forth, that's why, okay? All right, so like I said, this is your daily Tarotscope. This is where we get together every Monday and Friday to uncover the energy that's coming up in the days ahead. So for today, we're gonna look at the energy of Tuesday through Friday. Last Friday, we looked at the energy of Friday through Monday. So for example, we had the Four of Swords as the overall energy for the weekend and today. Four of Swords talks about rest, talks about taking a break, okay? So over the weekend, we had the opportunity to take a break. And now today we have the Queen of Pentacles energy representing the day. So this is about getting it together, really focusing on your finances, focusing on your health, and taking educated, what we call risks, okay? Because risks are, you know that saying, without great risk, with great risk comes great reward. Holy crapola. Mercury retrograde. Can't even talk. Hey, Jennifer. So a risk is something that you do because you know that you're aligned to it, okay? This isn't something we walk into unknowingly, or it's something that we're doing that we feel like we have to because other people are doing it. Does that make sense? We want to do calculated risks when it comes to our career and our health and all of that, okay? So for today, like I said, we're going to look at the energy of Tuesday through Friday. What we're going to do is we're going to get the overall message through the divination book. We'll get our fairy blessing. We will get the cards for each day, and then we'll get into oracle cards as well, right? But first, we are going to boost the heart chakra. The reason why we focus on the heart chakra is because that's where we hold most of our energy, most of our pain, most of our anxiety. And it's the link between our higher self and our human self. And we need this to be functioning properly in order for our manifestations to come true, okay? Or to come to fruition, whatever you like to say. So this bowl is attuned to the frequency of the heart chakra. All you do as it's singing is you just listen and take nice, deep cleansing breaths, okay? You relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, and just breathe, okay? Take these few seconds to yourself. Obviously, if you're driving, don't do it. Go watch the replay on YouTube and do it then, okay? Here we go. Just breathe. Nice deep breaths. Now let's all collectively take one super deep breath in. Expand your belly, expand your rib cage, pick up all the heaviness, and then let it go. Okay? You're in the middle of a huge storm. Oh my goodness. Well, stay safe. So good morning, everybody that came in while we were doing that. Good morning. Sorry, good afternoon. I forget. This is our second session at 1:30 in the afternoon. Normally it's at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, but I've been looking at my analytics and I've been looking at really maximizing my day when it comes to my sessions, my lives, and all this other stuff. And we're working out the sweet spot, right? So far, 1:30 is working well. So I'm going to see how it goes for this week, and then we might continue, okay? Good evening. Storm there in Michigan. Oh, goodness. For there, it's good night. Well, thank you for being here, Daniela. I know it's a big time jump for you. All right, so let's get our fairy blessing for Tuesday through Friday. Let's find out what our blessing is for Tuesday through Friday. And then, like I said, we'll use the divination book to get the overall message. Then we'll pick the tarot deck that we're going to use to find out what's coming up for us each day. Okay? Hey, Molly. Hey, Denise. All right, what is our blessing for Tuesday through Friday? Oh, a blessing of time. I love this. Okay. It is number 29. So what happens with this card? What happens with this blessing? Well, the blessing of time is telling you that you're going to have the time you need to accomplish whatever it is you're trying to accomplish this week. Okay? It might feel like time is going fast, right? And it seems for a lot of people that time is speeding up, right? But is it really? Or are we so distracted that we aren't having real experiences anymore, so our brain is thinking that time is speeding up? We have to create experiences for ourselves so it feels like time slows down more. However, with this blessing, this is telling you that you will have the time that you need to accomplish whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. So that's nice. Number 29, 2 is things in balance, right? Making decisions that are right for you from a higher perspective. 9 is that higher perspective. And 9 is the humanitarian. So when we think about that, 9 wants to give you the time that you need to accomplish things, because 9 is also where we wrap things up. Okay? Now, we also have Mercury going direct this week. Which day is it? Is it Friday? Y'all help me out. It's the 20th or 21st? 20th. What day is that? Is that Friday? I looked and I totally forgot. I'll blame Mercury retrograde on that too. Yes, Friday. Okay, thank you. I thought so. All right, so yeah, Mercury goes direct. Yay, because this one has been a bit ridiculous, right? So we're getting that equilibrium back after Mercury goes direct, and we have all these planetary shifts happening. So be prepared for it's kind of like, to me, it feels like we're the bow and arrow, right? Where we're being pulled back and we're about to be released. Okay? Trajectory forward. But guess what? You have to have a goal of where you want to go. So if you're letting the universe just like pop you off wherever, you can end up in some crazy place. So just think about that over the next few days. Think about, where do I want to go? What do I want to accomplish this week? And then as Mercury goes direct, what do I want to, like, where do I want the universe to send me? Try to think about that. All right. Perfect for your circumstances. Good. I've been trying to make decisions about treatment. I've gotten the same message. Oh, okay. There you go, Naomi. All right. Taxes and painting. Oh, that sounds like fun. Okay, I feel this one has slowed my time and momentum so much. Okay. All right, let's get our overall message. So we're going to use the divination book. You saw I just knocked on it, right? Why? Because I'm knocking the energy loose. I'm cleansing the energy from the last time that it was used. I connect to it with the energy centers through my palms, and we focus on the book. This book is a tarot divination book, and it's going to give us a message as our overall theme for Tuesday through Friday. And as I'm doing this, you can focus on the book as well and ask the book, what is our overall message for Tuesday through Friday? What is our overall message for Tuesday through Friday? And then you just intuitively turn to a page. Okay, we have the world reversed. You guys, this card keeps coming up in our readings. And when cards keep showing up, there's a reason, right? There's a message. So I'm going to read this to you. Now, this book is designed for you to use it daily, but I'm going to read it to you as far, or like in the aspect of Tuesday through Friday. Okay, so it says, today you drew the world reversed. You have an opportunity to level up, but is something holding you back? What is it? You have not come this far in your journey only to stand 1 inch behind the finish line. That's not what a goddess does. She sees the opportunity to level up and improve her life and takes it. She would never let anyone or anything stand in her way. She knows that what is meant for her will be hers, and what isn't is purely a lesson and an opportunity for growth, and she has no problem leaving it in the past. So which is it? Stay stagnant or strut over the finish line like you're on a catwalk? The choice is yours. Okay, so that's a very strong message for this week, okay? When we look at it as far as the blessing of time, When we have these two energies coming together, the world in reverse plus the blessing of time, this is telling you whatever you've been afraid to step into, whatever you haven't wrapped up, the lessons you haven't learned or the projects you haven't finished, whatever it is, you're getting the opportunity to tie up these loose ends and to strut across that finish line, to step into this new timeline. Because when we finish with the world, we go back to the Fool, right? We're starting fresh. We're starting a new journey, a new level of this journey. Okay? So whatever you haven't finished up this week, especially with Mercury retrograde, right? We're looking back, we're reviewing, we're revising, we're revisiting things. And it's telling you by the end of the week, by Friday, you have the opportunity to step into this energy. Like I said, like the bow and arrow, you're ready to be released. Does that make sense? I'm waiting to hear about a job that my reference have already checked for. Good. I hope you get it if it's in alignment, Katie. Here's what you can say, Katie. If it's meant to be, let it be. If not, block it. Okay? And you'll see the truth, whether you like it or not. But it's for your highest good, okay? All right, so now we're gonna choose the deck that I use for the daily messages, right? Deck number 1, the Baroque Tarot. Deck number 2, try not to spill it, the Gilded Tarot. Both great decks, you cannot go wrong, but I want you to choose the one that you feel intuitively drawn to the most, okay? YouTube, go ahead and vote in the comments. TikTok, let me put up the poll because there's many more of you on here than there are on YouTube. My YouTube is still growing. So if you haven't followed me on YouTube, go ahead and follow me just in case anything ever happens on TikTok, you won't lose contact, okay? And plus you get to see the replay if you need a reminder. All right, deck number 1 or deck number 2. Make sure you vote right up there in that blue clipboard. Right there. The one that fell out of my hand. It might want to be red. You never know. So 1 or 2. Okay, YouTube's liking 2. They are great. They're both great decks. Yeah, that's why I was like, you can't go wrong. So 1 or 2. We have about 20 seconds left. So let's see. 1 or 2. The reason why I have you choose these decks between these decks is because it puts your energy into it, okay? And the more you come to these sessions, the more they're going to resonate with you, all right? I can't see how many more seconds we have. Oh, it's time's up. Okay, let's see what it says. Ah, 50-50. So, all right, YouTube, you're going to be the tiebreaker. Look at y'all. Well, deck 2, y'all almost went 50-50. If somebody else voted 1, then y'all would be 50-50 as well. So deck 2 got it. Look at y'all breaking the tie. Normally y'all get outnumbered. All right. So I guess this one did want to be red. I've never seen it go straight 50-50 before either, Jen. Pretty crazy, but I like it. It's fun. It gives YouTube a bigger opportunity to speak up. I closed my curtains so I don't have to see snow. You know, I am a lover of snow, but that's also because I don't live in a place where it snows a lot. For me, it needs to snow from Thanksgiving to Christmas, and then spring, and then summer. Is there anywhere that happens? If it is, let me know. Let me shuffle one more time. All right, so we're going to pull a card for each day, Tuesday through Friday. And we're going to find out what that day's message is. We have the overall message of the world in reverse, and that's going to play into the message that we receive, plus the blessing of time. So we're going to ask the deck, what are our messages for each day, Tuesday through Friday? I'm going to pull one card for each day. All All right, so for Tuesday's energy, ooh, we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so today we have the Queen of Pentacles, and tomorrow we have the King of Pentacles. Interesting. So when we see these two side by side, think about that balanced energy, the feminine and now the masculine. Okay, so today's energy with the Queen of Pentacles, like I said, is all about nurturing yourself, focusing on your finances, focusing on what it is that you want to experience. Tomorrow, take that action. Do whatever is necessary, especially in your career, okay? Because the King of Pentacles, he is the one that has the Midas touch. He is the one that when he goes into business or he steps up into his career, good things happen. All right, he is ruled by Venus. He loves luxury. He loves all the finer things in life. So it could be also that maybe tomorrow you treat yourself to a nice meal or whatever it may be, but he doesn't do things that don't bring him an ROI. He doesn't do things that aren't connected to his goals, which is why he has the Midas touch, because everything that he envisions comes true because every decision and action that he takes are for a reason. They are intentional. Does that make sense? Okay? You live in the tropics? Oh, that'd be so nice. All right, so that's Tuesday's energy. You might also come across somebody through business who wants to work with you or who wants to help you to level up. This would be a masculine energy. It could be the boss. It could be another entrepreneur. There might be somebody, like I said, that you come into contact with that wants to help you with, again, your finances, your career, your business, whatever it may be. Okay? Let's look at Wednesday's energy. Oh, Wednesday's energy, we have the Four of Wands. So this is all about having something to celebrate, maybe going to a celebration. It could be you're going to another person's house to go visit them. It could be maybe you're going out to eat with friends or relatives. You're getting together with people to celebrate something or just to come together, okay? Also, the energy might feel more stable on Wednesday because the Four of Wands, think about 4 legs on a table, 4 walls in a room, and wands represent energy, okay? Their energy, intuition. It might be that there's some intuitive hit that comes to you to where there's something that needs to be shifted or changed in the home. It might be that you have this inkling of somewhere you need to go. Anything that could be an intuitive hit of bringing more stability into your life, okay? So focus on that. You might be moving to a new home or purchasing a new house, moving to a new office, something about a space, okay, with the walls. I'm literally learning tarot, so highly intuitive. I have to just quiet my mind by like, good, Kimberly, awesome. Learning tarot is one of the best things that anybody can do, regardless of if you want to learn it for just yourself or learn it to read for others. That's exactly why, instead of keeping my tarot apprenticeship separate from my tribe, that's why I went ahead and put it in my tribe. That way, whoever joins the tribe gets to start to learn tarot. Regardless, again, if it's for themselves or for other people, you get the same education as all my past tarot students. So good for you. All right, so let's see, Tuesday with Thursday. Let's look at Thursday. We have the Page of Swords. So the pages are messengers, they're young people, and they're apprentices. So when the page shows up, there could be a message of good news happening on Thursday. So Katie, there might be something coming in that's good for you on Thursday. You might get that offer. It could be you receive a message of an idea or some sort of opportunity, okay? It can also indicate that maybe you are enrolling in something that you're wanting to learn about. So speaking of tarot, there you go. You might want to learn something here. And you're like, you know what? I am willing to become the student. We're all students. Anybody that acts like they have life figured out, nope, they're lying, okay? There's no hacks. There's no working around your energetic blueprint. There's no working around the things that you came here to experience. We're all students here. Okay, so Thursday is a great time to be the student. You might also get some good news from one of your children if you do have children. But all in all, it's a great day for communication. Just remember that we do still have Mercury retrograde. So make sure that when you're communicating, you're doing it through the heart space. We're doing it with a clear mind, clear intentions, all for the highest good. Okay, let's look at Friday. Friday, ooh, we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, now, speaking of that, Friday, Mercury goes direct. So we're done with this beating that we've gotten from Mercury being retrograde. I'm telling you, my electronics have been going crazy. You saw me fumble over my speech many times, right? So the Ten of Swords, we also have the World in reverse. So this is telling you that Friday there might be something here where you're wrapping it up. And it's something that has been, like I said, kind of like a beating. Like you're just like, oh gosh, this is just, it's been a pain in my butt, okay? So there's something coming to an end here. And it has to do with this mental space, something that has been taking up real estate within your mind. And you're like, you know what? Finally done with this. Okay? Let's look underneath the deck. But there also could be a situation for a very small few of you with the Ten of Swords on Friday. It might be that there is a relationship, a job, something where you're calling it quits. And that makes a lot of sense with Mercury being retrograde, because we're having to revisit and revise and rethink things. And when we rethink these things, we're seeing the truth of what is. Because when Mercury's retrograde, it can indicate that, you know, things are wonky and you're not on the same page with things, but it can also reveal the truth. If you're willing to be true to yourself, like be self-aware and be ready to hear the truth. Okay? So there might be something that comes along where you're like, okay, I've had enough. This is the end. Okay? End of the career, end of the relationship. You might be quitting a job, whatever it may be. Okay? Ooh, look here. We have the Knight of Cups as the energy underneath the deck. So the Knight of Cups wants you to take action on the things that light you up, that fill your cup. Okay? He's very Scorpio type energy. He wants transformation. He does not like the surface level stuff. He wants the deep, emotional, ooey gooey stuff. Does that make sense? So here tomorrow we have the King of Pentacles, then we have the Four of Wands, then we have a Page of Swords, then we have Ten of Swords. So it's like we're getting these opportunities over the next few days, especially today with the Queen of Pentacles right next to the King of Pentacles for tomorrow. We're getting these opportunities to really look at what's going on in our physical world. And it's not just your finances, it's also your physical health, your home, everything. And it's telling you it's time to focus on what you really want out of life. What do you desire, and how can you take those steps towards that desire? Because the world is shifting and changing, and you better keep up. Otherwise, you're going to be left behind, okay? And the Knight of Cups is one that's like, you know what? Let's take intentional steps forward, because we need to fill this cup. And he leads forward with this cup in hand because that's his focus. His focus is on his passion. And look, right behind him, we have the Fool. I told you we have the World reversed as the overall tarot message for the week. And I told you the next card, once you wrap this up, once you step confidently into that new threshold, we start with the Fool. A whole new trajectory, a whole new adventure awaits. Okay? I like that. Been trying to close on a house. There is a delay on appraisal due to weather. Hey, there you go. Yeah, it could actually happen this week for sure. I guess this cough will finally go away. Oh, that would be good, Patricia, for sure. Yeah, very well could be. Miraculous snow melt. Trying to sign up for a second take at my class. Okay. You fell into my life by accident? There are no accidents. You're here for a reason, Katie. My evil plan has worked. No. Let's see. And remember, the blessing of time is telling you, it could be telling you two things. It could be telling you, hey, it's time. Hey, you have enough time to get this done, get this accomplished, to wrap these things up, to come to this conclusion. So there's a lot of ways that we can see that. And with it being 29, again, like I said, it's making decisions that are going to bring you into balance. And we're closing things up with that 9. And 9 means things are coming to fruition, things are coming to the light. So it's like aha moments happening this week. It's very nice. All right, what else do we need to know? Look at that. We have envy in reverse. Do you know how many times this card comes up in my readings? Many times, more than any other card in the deck, okay? But when it's in reverse, it's so much better. I'm glad it's in reverse because that means we're working towards not looking at other people and comparing ourselves to other people. We're looking at ourselves. We're going inward, we're looking around, and we're seeing that, you know what? I'm actually doing pretty well. I'm actually grateful for all the things that I have in my life, for all the things that I've experienced, even if they feel negative. They taught you something, right? So when envy's in reverse, it's just saying, I'm choosing to look at the good. I'm choosing to not compare my journey with somebody else's because everybody's journey is unique. And I'm choosing to believe that what goodness happens to other people can also happen to me. You know how whenever they say things are impossible, like certain world records have been set and they say it's impossible to beat this world record, and then somebody does it, and then all of a sudden you see other people start to do it. Why? Because they've seen it's possible and their mind shifts and their body just follows suit. Okay, so the same thing for you is when you see that people are experiencing abundance, good health, good relationships, freedom, all of that, just see it as, oh, that is possible. It is possible for me too. Okay? And you can achieve that goal. And there's that 2 again. We have a lot of 2s that have been showing up lately. 2s and 4s have been a bit of a theme the past few weeks. Let's pull, you know what? I haven't used this deck in a while because it's kind of hiding back over there. Let's see if there's anything it wants to say. Oh, I had it upside down. We have book number 26. There's that 2 again. 26, and then there's a 10 underneath it. So remember how I said there's a couple of meanings that just came to my mind, right? A chapter closed, a book closing. So there's something ending, most likely on Friday, where we have the 10 of Swords, okay? It can also indicate that maybe you're starting a new opportunity to where you're learning something. Maybe you need to start reading. Too many people watching social media. If you crack open a book and you start learning, boy, your brain just, it loves it. It lights up, okay? And it brings more information to you rather than just the book. It opens up your mind to the divine as well, okay? So look at how book resonates with you. Are you closing a chapter? Are you starting a new chapter or a new book entirely? Let's say you, like I have people that come to me that have just quit their career and they're making a complete shift to a whole new career. It doesn't have to be spirituality. I have people from all walks of life, right? In my private sessions. So it's a big leap, right? So it could be you're starting a whole new book. That's what you're doing? Well, there you go, Katie. Look at you. You're just resonating all over the place. See, I love it when that happens because I get that all the time. People come into my live and they're like, oh my God, I needed to hear this. And I'm like, well, the universe brought you here because you needed that message and I'm your messenger. And one of the prayers that I say before I start this live is that I want the universe to speak through me, all for the highest good, from the highest good, and I want it to attract the people that need to hear the message. So there you go. You're one of those people, Katie. What is 4 again? 4 is logic. 4 is earth. 4 is stability. And 4 is about doing the work that needs to be done in order to accomplish your goal. So yeah, I have like these little hairs tickling my face. Okay. Let's see. What else? Yeah. I don't know why I just had a brain fog of, does this deck go reverse? Yes, it does. Silly Willy. This is another reason why I changed the time of the Tarotscope of the live, is because I feel like I needed to reach more people that needed to hear these messages, and so far it's working. So I'm happy about that. And that's one of the things that you do whenever you're in alignment, is you just have these inklings, you have these knowings, you have these ideas, but the difference is you take action on it. Like the King of Pentacles right here. He's wanting to take action on things that are going to bring him time and financial freedom and luxury and all of the good things that he dreams about. So he does things intentionally for that. Okay? You're writing a book. Oh, very nice. Maybe you can get a chapter this week. You would have missed me this morning. Well, see? It's all working out. That's what alignment is you have these inklings. And like I said, you're going to have a whole chapter, you guys, in the awakening journey that I'm creating for you in the tribe. You're going to have a whole chapter in month 2 to where you're going to work on building the muscle of your clair senses. Everybody has them, and you're going to work through them, and I'm going to show you how. And that way you can just be in more alignment with yourself. You don't have to constantly question yourself. You just do it. This is a better time? Good, I'm glad. It is for me too, because a lot of y'all don't know, I have a chronic, I don't know if I would say illness, but a chronic medical issue that I deal with every single day. And waking up and having my slow and intentional morning actually helps me to give better service to y'all, because if I'm in a rush, then I'm flared up and y'all don't see it, you never know, but it's important for me not to be distracted by the flare up. And so doing it later in the day gives me more time to be intentional about my mornings and have space to rest in between. And then I can be here and be of service in a better way for y'all. So yeah, there's a reason. All right, what else do we need to know? Oh, look at that. We have details, but they're in reverse. Let's find out why. Let's read this one. Some of the tarot decks, or I'm sorry, the oracle decks, I love to read from the books because they give just amazing messages, and you don't have to memorize all your oracle cards. Tarot, you do need to memorize. Oracle, no. Okay, and here's that 4, right? We were just talking about 4. The most powerful patterns are created within the tiniest details. Pay attention. Heed the gentle warning that perfectionism will not lead you to what you desire, but instead will steer you away from it. Nothing will be good enough when you become obsessed with being perfect. No one can ever measure up to your scrutiny, and nothing that you can ever do will assuage that general feeling of not being up to par. You are perfect already, just as you are. Reversed, the details card challenges you to accept things as they are in all their imperfections, to step into the world, and engage it without any expectations. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Okay, so think about that. We have the envy card in reverse. And remember how I was talking about not measuring or comparing yourself to other people? That's exactly what we're talking about here. It's telling you, you don't have to be perfect. There's never going to be a perfect time to do anything. You have to decide when you're ready. Okay? There's no amount of details that are going to make you feel better when you're taking a leap and you're doing something dramatically different. You just have to do it. You just have to decide that you're ready. Okay? You probably would have missed me if it was on earlier. See? See, y'all are giving me confirmations and you don't even realize it, really. Just making sure. Trying to detail stuff around my home. Been lazy 2 days now. Been wanting to, hey, if your body wants to sleep, then you make sure you give it rest and then you get to work. And remember, the overall message for, what was it? Friday through today is the Four of Swords. So it is about allowing yourself time to rest. And the Queen of Pentacles today can be talking about, okay, let's make a plan of what we need to get done and how I need to make sure that I'm still nurturing myself in between. And then tomorrow we have the King of Pentacles. It's like, okay, let's take action. All right, what else do we need to know for Friday through, I'm sorry, Tuesday through Friday? Look at that. Thief, number 24. So now we have 2 and 4 showing up. So ask yourself, what has been stealing my time? Because the overall energy here is the blessing of time, but we also have the world in reverse. What has been stealing my time? How have I been allowing things to distract me? Who has been stealing my joy and I'm allowing them to? Am I stealing my own joy and not recognizing the progress that I've made in life? There's so many different things where you can feel like things have been stolen from you, but you also have to ask yourself, how am I allowing this to happen? Okay? And also, of course, I always say lock your doors, lock your car doors, don't leave valuables out, right? Because you can have somebody take something from you. I don't really see that happening as an overall message. I see this as more of, what is stealing your joy? What is stealing your time? What is stealing your progress here? Social media is a big one. TV is another big one. If you want to be successful in life, no, regardless of whatever it is, okay, if you want to be successful, you have to be committed and you have to be consistent. Okay, you have to stop doing the things that aren't necessary or that are a time suck. Okay? It's not saying don't enjoy your life. It's not saying that you can't go have fun. It's asking you, what are you allowing to steal day to day from you? How is it stealing your time? Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not where I'm supposed to be yet, but thank God I'm not where I was. It's all about the journey. Exactly. And you are where you're supposed to be because you're learning that now. You're getting that self-awareness now and it's pushing you forward. So good on you. Been watching lots of old cartoons and movies. Oh, that's fun. I just got chills because this is resonating on a soul level. Good. Excellent. I like it. Let's get our money message. You know, speaking of watching old movies, yesterday I wanted to get some things done around the house. And so I turned on something that I've already seen. Normally I don't have the TV on most of the day just because I know myself. I know my ADHD self and I will sit there and start watching it. So I'm like, if you want to get stuff done, do not turn that TV on. But I wanted to get stuff done around the house. So I wanted something to listen to but not have to pay attention to. And I turned on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Y'all remember that? It's such a cute movie. I love those older movies. All right, let's get our money message for Tuesday through Friday. My boyfriend and I put on Old Price is Right on Pluto. And then we get bored and do something. That's perfect. Yep. You showed it to your nephews recently? Awesome. Such a great movie. Let's see, what is our money message for Tuesday through Friday? Again, Risk. But we talked about this on Friday, didn't we? I see people that apply for my spiritual CEO immersion. And in the application, there are questions that show me where you are, not just professionally, but also mentally. Okay? And I've had people that express how they're so afraid to take this leap because they choose to view it as a risk. But what if you reframe that? Listen to these and how you resonate. Number one, taking a calculated risk is sometimes necessary in order to advance. Number two, have the courage to face the fear of uncertainty. Don't focus on the outcome. Number three, the odds are better than you think. The odds that we pulled this card twice in a row are astronomical. Okay, there are so many cards in this deck. I mean, look. Way more than a tarot deck. You saw me shuffling them for a while. And this popped up again, second time in a row. So ask yourself, what have I been afraid to invest in? Because I'm seeing it as too much of a risk. What changes when it comes to my finances have I been afraid to make because I feel it's a risk? How am I dooming and glooming everything that hasn't even happened yet? Because I see it as a risk. Okay? Like I said earlier, when I was talking at the very beginning, with great risk comes great reward, if I can say the word. I told y'all, I had to invest in myself. I didn't have 2 nickels to rub together, but I had to find a way, and I made a way to invest in myself, and it has paid off over tenfold. Okay? Everybody says, I want to do what you do. I want to do this, this, and that. Well, you're going to have to invest in yourself. You're going to have to invest in your education, and you're going to have to invest in tools, and you're going to have to invest in how to build your spiritual business or whatever it is that you're trying to do. I'm referring to when people say that, you know, they want to do what I do. I'm like, you can. Absolutely can. But you have to invest in yourself, period. And I saw a video, probably Friday, where somebody was talking about how, you know, they were like really treading lightly when they were talking about spiritual practitioners. It doesn't matter if it's a tarot reader, astrologer, psychic, medium, Reiki, it doesn't matter. Where they're treading lightly when it comes to charging for their services and all this. And I'm like, I don't give a flying fuck. I will talk about it because it needs to be a normal practice for us to where we pay for somebody's services. The fact that people think that spiritual services should be free only indicates that person is still in lack and they have more work to do, right? You should be able to charge for your services. Why? Because you need that security. You need to have the time to go and recharge and not have to stress about paying your bills or, you know, working 2 to 3 jobs just to make ends meet and then trying to do spiritual work. It doesn't work like that. You can't. You will burn out. You will get sick, and then you quit. We don't want you to quit. We need you, right? So you are going to have to invest in yourself and your journey and your tools. I spend so much money on tools, on my website, all that stuff, but it's worth it. And I pay it happily. Okay? It is your time and energy. Yep. Exactly. The amount of time, energy it can take, the amount of help it gives, people need to support with money. Yeah, it's an energy exchange. Something given for something gained. And it's funny because the people that are in the lack mindset, they are the ones that are like, you know, help me to make more money. I want to be wealthy. I want to be abundant. But I want you to do that for me for free. It always makes me giggle because if I don't laugh, I'll rage. Yeah, just like any other practitioner. Exactly. Just like any other service. I mean, like you go to get your hair done. Well, they're not going to do it for free. You're getting your hair done or getting your nails done or getting a massage or going to the doctor. It's all for you to feel better and to be better. And you pay for those services. You haven't seen that forever? Well, good. I see it all over the place. All right, what else do we need to know for Tuesday through Friday? Oh my God, you guys. I want you who normally come to my lives, I want you to tell me which card I just pulled, because I bet you know. It's out of this deck. What card do you think I just pulled? Use your intuition, but this is one that keeps coming out. I want to see if y'all remember, especially on TikTok. Hey there, Jessica. Jessica got it right away. This freaking door keeps showing up for us. Yep, Ladybird got it. Okay? Open doors. You have many options, so take your time to choose what's right. Making plans. Chart your course with intention. Like I said earlier, the future is yours to design and navigate. You were picturing red? There you go, you got it. Why is the door red? Because red represents power, okay? It's action. It's masculine energy. So this door, it's up to you to open. And then we even have this red rug right here where you go and you stand in this energy center. You decide to open or close the door. It's up to you. Like I said, we have the world in reverse happening here. And it's saying, are you going to strut through into this new energy, or are you going to stand at the threshold and just kind of nervously peek in and say, I'm just going to wait until I have every concrete validation that I can step through? No, don't wait for that shit. If you know, you know. Go for it, okay? You're never going to get anywhere if you're waiting for someone else or something else to validate you. You already know the answers. What time is it? 2:19. Okay. Let's get our spirit animal. You know what? Let's do this one. I saw this deck earlier and I was like, you know what? I should use this one today. And I'll have to get the book out. The only reason why I don't use this deck very often is because in the book, it's not alphabetical order. So if you're looking for one of the cards, you have to search through it. They're all grouped by elements, but they're not in alphabetical order, which I think is the dumbest thing they could have done. But anyway, let me make sure. I don't know if I knocked on it yet. Let's see what our animal message is for Tuesday through Friday. Ooh, we have the spider. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Does that remind y'all? I'm going to show my age. Does that remind y'all when you were in school and you colored different colors on a piece of paper, right? All different colors. And then you colored everything. You colored black over it real thick with a crayon, right? And then you use your pencil to draw things in it. That's what that reminds me of. Doesn't it? So let's see. That's your favorite card in this deck? Yeah, it's a beautiful one. All right, let's find. I just opened up to tarantula, but that's the wrong kind of spider. So let's see. I guess it's going to be towards the front. I haven't used this in a while, so I don't remember where everything is. Wolf, horse, spider. That was quicker than usual. Okay, creator of prosperity through life's work, your dharma. The spider is an ingenious creator. It's Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It's almost like we were just talking about this. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process oriented rather than results oriented, and soon your quote work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. That is so true. Because, like I've told y'all before, years and years ago, I wish that I had what I provide for my students and my clients now. So, by doing that, by seeing the things that I wish that I had when I was going through my awakening, when I was learning new tools and whatnot, I took that and I built what I wished I had. And it works like a charm. People love it because people need that step-by-step guidance. So think about that. It says, when in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, and forlorn. To bring into balance, playful creativity. Okay? Beautiful message. You've also been seeing spiders. That's what you do for your students. Excellent. Yeah, that's the biggest way to be successful, is to think about the things that you needed or even need in life and create it, because there are going to be other people that need that as well. And I think I said the other day that there was a video that I saw that confirmed that, where this guy, he's very successful, and he said, everything I've ever made was for me. I think it was that other people needed it too. So yeah, it's not a selfish thing. It's just, you think about, you go simple. Don't try to be complicated. And we're going to talk about all that in the Spiritual CEO Immersion. We're going to work from the inside out. We're going to work on you. We're going to look at your design. We're going to look at your niche and your ideal client, and how can you create something that you needed or even need, and how can you provide that for your people. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Let's get our crystal, as I have my hand on it. Hey, Heather. All right. What is our crystal for this week, Tuesday through Friday? Ooh, flower agate. Look how pretty that is. It says self-discovery, growth, and harmony. Flower agate blossoms within you, nurturing growth and encouraging you to bloom into your fullest potential. Let its gentle energy inspire you to embrace new beginnings with grace and foster the dreams that reside in your heart. So if you have flower agate, it's a great time for you to carry it this week. If you don't, you can get one from any metaphysical store. It can be just the smallest one. You don't need a huge one. Or you can get this deck, which is fantastic. It's called Crystal Realm Oracles. I have it linked for you. TikTok, it's linked in my bio. YouTube, it's linked down below, because you can't find this on Amazon or anything. One of my students created this deck. So there you go. There she is, Denise. So yeah, you can use this as that representation, because the intentions are set into the card. But yeah, beautiful, supportive energy there. Come on now. What time is it? All right, let's get into our spicy decks then. This is the point where if you get offended easily, it's time for you to scroll away. Because, I don't know, not my problem. Wonder if it's a good crystal to put on my easel. Could be. You can ask Denise. She's our crystal gal. She's also, I just brought her in as one of our healers and one of our teachers in the tribe. So her first live session in the tribe is the 22nd. Is that correct? Which is this Sunday. We're going to talk about, was it herbs and crystals or herbs and oils? Denise, can you remind me? Crystal and herb alchemy. That's right. Yes. So excited. She does all our witchy stuff. So if you're not in the tribe, check it out. We have her first live this Sunday. And then we have book club happening this Thursday. And all kinds of stuff happening. Next week, I think it is, I'm recording my next podcast episode, which the tribe gets to be backstage and listen as I'm recording and comment and be part of the episode. So that's always fun. All right, let's get our spicy message. What do we need to know? What is our message for this week? You love her deck? Good. It's a great deck. We'll be doing each month for the following month in case you want to collect beforehand. Perfect. So this will be for April. All right, look, what is our spicy message for today or for this week? Ooh, pencil it into your schedule. It says the power of serenity now. Pencil it into your schedule. What does that mean? Well, think about serenity, that feeling, that energy, right? How could you make some shifts and changes to your schedule? Like I said, what is acting as a time, energy, inspirational suck? You know, what is being stolen from you? What are you allowing to be stolen from you or to be taken from you? And this is telling you to make a conscious effort and commitment to shifting your schedule to what works for your highest good. And so you can, remember how I said, we're in that bow and arrow pull back phase. And as soon as Mercury goes direct, I feel 100% we're going, ba-ding, and the universe is like shooting us forward, but you have to have a goal. What is it that you want? Okay. All right, now for our super spicy deck. All right, what is our message for this week, Tuesday through Friday? You notice I had this sitting right next to the door, the red door card. You notice what color sleeve they have? Try not to let the glare be on it. It's red. So that's talking about you have the power to take educated and intentional risk towards whatever it is that you're trying to bring into your world, especially financially. All right. Look, sorry. They're having me look at all the red. See, he's got red on as well. Okay. Red on his right side, green on his left. So taking inspired action towards what it is that he wants to experience, intentional movements here, and he receives abundance, blessings, money, all the things. Here, he's got red too, red and orange. It's like, what inspires you? What drives you? So there you go. All right, what is our message for this week? Okay, this is going to go with the perception of risk being negative, okay? It says you equals tight ass. Loosen the fuck up. Control freaks don't get laid. So what it means is if you're afraid to do anything, you have no positive experiences. You have no growth. You don't get to experience the abundance that you want to experience or the health and the growing. So it's telling you, we're looking at risk, we're looking at open doors, we're looking at all this energy, envy in reverse, like the spider, everything is telling you without risk, you have no reward. And I know that everything in life is conditioning you to be afraid of risk. But how do you think all the people that you see that are talking about their growth and their abundance and their healing and all that, how do you think they got there? They chose to do something dramatically different. It has to be dramatic. It cannot be a little step. I'm just going to be honest with you. It has to be something dramatic to where it forces you to change who you are, to change your perspective. Okay? I will give you that much. You have to do something dramatic. Okay? Doing little, like, oh, well, I'll just change this. I'll just change this. I'll change that. To where you don't have to change who you are and your beliefs and all that. You will not get maybe a fraction of what it is that you're trying to achieve. Okay? You have to go all in, big dreams and goals, major boss moves, and then you experience that. Even if you don't feel like whatever you have envisioned is possible, or you don't feel like you have all the tools to do so, you still do it anyways. The tools will find you. Okay? So, exactly, big change equals big results. Yeah, if you are just little changes, teeny tiny results. Okay? So, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Remember, everything's going on in the tribe. Oh, well, I mean, I guess I could have announced this on Friday, but it doesn't matter because I don't like to, I have a hard time keeping secrets. The Awakening Journey officially opens on the 21st. Okay, that's Saturday. Because we're coming into the astrological new year, and I want you to have that as a fresh new start for you. Okay, so the Awakening Journey is where you are going to have modules. I have video modules for you to go through at your own pace. You will have PDFs, you're going to have journaling prompts, you're going to have tasks, exercises for you to do, and you're going to share your progress with the rest of the tribe. Okay? And you're going to go on your awakening journey. Like I said, month 1, we're looking at your soul blueprint. Month 2, we're working that muscle that is your clairsenses, so you become more intuitive and more psychic. And we're just going to grow from there. I have it all laid out for you. I'm still building it, but you have month 1 and 2 right now, and then I'll keep adding to it. So each month you unlock something else, right? So that will publish, that will show up in on your menu. When you're in the tribe, it'll show up on your menu on Saturday. Eek. So excited for this. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Late, but you made it? Oh, good. How would you join the tribe? Oh, easy peasy. So you can go to the link in my bio. And if you want to bypass the assessment, you don't have to do the assessment. Go down to my full website, or there should be another button there that says join the tribe, and you jump in right there. If you have a hard time finding it, just DM me and I'll send you the direct link. Okay? The tribe is full of amazing ladies on the same journey as you are right now. Everybody has their own unique journey, right? We don't have any room for envy, so this is why this is showing up in direct, right? Or reverse. And it's talking about you focusing on your own journey and knowing what's possible for you and taking advantage of the tools that I have in there for you. Speaking of investing in your tools, oh, hang on, I gotta verify myself. Yeah, so you have my tarot apprenticeship in there. You're gonna have the awakening journey in there. We have amazing ladies. We have Maudie, we have Jamie, we have Anne, and now we have Denise in there as practitioners. We all go live at different times of the month for different classes or book club and I mean, it's just an awesome place to be. And like I said, I built it for people just like you who need that environment or need those tools for your awakening journey. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, like I said, DM me and I can send you the direct link, okay? So I hope you all have a wonderful week. I will be back here Friday at 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? I know it's changed, so change your alarms on your phone to 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? So have a great week. Mwah. Love you all, and I'll see you then.